Regz, dreams do come true, baby. Dreams do
Oh,
come true.
buddy. Oh,
Listen,
buddy.
just the absolute nonstop text messaging that we've been doing over the last, I don't know what, like
At
hour
least
and
an
a half.
hour, right? Yeah.
Yeah, as every pick has been drawn off the board, and we're sitting here like, he's still there. He's still there. How we go get him? After an hour and a half of the draft, the Eagles get their guy, Jalen Carter, defensive lineman, arguably the best player in this draft, to anchor an already deep and talented defensive line. So we've talked about it. I've mocked him in pretty much every opportunity that I've had. They had to move up to get him, Regz. Like one spot, it was clear the Bears were taking him.
Yeah.
How you feeling right now?
I'm feeling great. Again, to just swap picks and for a fourth next year seems like nothing for the kind of talent that this guy possesses.
Right.
And at a position which is going to be of need because you do have older guys on this line with Fletcher and Brandon Graham who aren't going to be playing for that much longer. And to sort of solidify the middle of that defensive line with Carter, it just, you're picking, this is what happens. The Eagles got into a trend of picking from blue chip programs. You pick these guys who play in these pro style defenses and these pro style offenses, guys who are like, go to college saying, I want to win championships. Like, this is what my school does. Like, you see the talent that comes out of it, and you see how these guys are NFL players. They made a good point of it on the draft coverage on ESPN. Like, Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham, even Nakobe Dean, Hassan Reddick, Josh Sweat, they're not going to let this guy mess up what this team has in the locker room as an organization, the reputation of this organization. They're not going to allow it. So now this guy couldn't be in a better spot to prove who he is. And now it's up to him. It's up to him. He's surrounded by the best possible situation that could happen to go and make the most out of his talent.
And to add to it, what happened in Athens is terrible. It's brutal. Like it's awful what happened and what he was involved in, and there's no excuse for it. But you could see the emotion on his face when he got picked, and you can see that there's been a lesson learned, and that he's grateful for the opportunity to still be drafted and still have the chance to play at the NFL level. And Regz, we're keeping this pretty short, but I just want to highlight what this is going to be like for offensive lines to have to block he and Jordan Davis for the next 8 to 10 years.
Yeah.
They are two monsters and two guys who led a team to a national title 2 years ago. And Regz, here's the thing. Jalen Carter was the best player on that defense.
Yeah.
And he was the best player on this year's Georgia defense. He is an incredible talent who made a really dumb decision one night.
Yep.
And you could see the emotion pouring off of him, and we're thankful to have him in Philadelphia for sure. We'll do a full recap of the pick in one of our next episodes for sure. But one thing that you just have to take away from this is the guy they wanted. How he made sure that he was going to get him. This was their target.
That's
was one of their, and we talk about not drafting for need, and I don't think the intent was to draft for need, but when your need is to get deeper and younger on the defensive line, and the best defensive lineman in the draft drops to you, at least interior defensive lineman drops to you in the draft that far, top 3 player in the draft, you do how he did, which is go up one spot to get him.
Yeah.
So just another masterclass by Howie Roseman. We won't even remember that we had that pick come next year because we have a 97 picks to take next year. So kudos, great pick. Jordan Davis, now a Philadelphia Eagle. I don't know what number he's going to wear because 88 is spoken for at the moment. So we'll be excited to see.
Can't wait to see how it goes, man.
We'll keep you guys posted on what's going on. We're excited about this pick. It was the right pick. It's the right call by Howie Roseman. We'll talk to y'all later and go Birds.
Go Birds, baby.